Hey everyone. In the Gospels, Jesus gives us examples of what the kingdom of God is like, but very often the entire picture is overlooked or lost. In the series I did a few years ago regarding the kingdom of heaven, I was coming from an overall perspective. In this continuation, I will be coming from the perspective of showing that Jesus was showing us how the kingdom of God is like while on earth. All the parables that he gave us was to show us how to grow. With this, my goal is to give a better contemplative way in order to grow and mature. Jesus' goals with his parables was to show us how it is and will be once we're born into the kingdom, and then as we continue to mature and grow into sonship with the Father. I believe the parable of the seed is the most important to start with, as it introduces the idea of a seed and how things begin and grow in the kingdom. Verse 26, and he was saying, the kingdom of God is like a man who casts seed upon the soil, and he goes to bed at night and gets up daily, and the seed sprouts and grows. How? He himself does not know. The soil produces crops by itself, first the stalk, then the head, and then the mature grain in the head. Now when the crop permits, he immediately puts in the sickle, because the harvest has come. And he was saying, how shall we picture the kingdom of God? Or by what parable shall we present it? It is like a mustard seed, which when sown upon the soil, though it is the smallest of all seeds that are upon the soil, yet when it is sown, it grows up and becomes the largest of all the garden plants, and forms large branches, with the result that the birds of the sky can nest under its shade. The mustard seed is known to be the smallest seed in the world, and can grow to become the tallest tree in the world. This is why Jesus used the mustard seed as the example. The man planting the mustard seed, it can be any person in the world that is actively working to further the kingdom of God. In this case, it's clearly a pastor or someone who is actively ministering or discipling people. When he speaks with someone new and puts the seed, which are thoughts, teachings, ideas, etc., into the soil, which is the person, the teacher lives his life and waters the seed in his disciples daily. Slowly the seed in the disciples grow. We don't know how this works, which shows that the Father is working in the background. The soil in the person and it producing crops is the person producing fruits in their daily life. We see the disciples grow and produce fruit to the point of maturity. The teacher using the sickle could mean an assortment of things, putting the disciple into leadership, ministry, or could mean that the person has grown and it's time for them to move on to their next season of life. Verse 33, and with many such parables he was speaking the word to them, so far as they were able to understand it. And he did not speak to them without a parable, but he was explaining everything privately to his disciples. The viewpoint of the mustard seed can be looked at in a view of someone's personal beliefs. Every single person has an assortment of things they believe in. Let's look at a piece of music equipment, for example. When looking at an audio-visual light, we see a row of color bars. Imagine each of them is a belief system. Each color bar is something that person believes in. God knows exactly where we are in every area of our lives, and so he actively works with us in increasing each area. He uses the concept of the mustard seed to show us every time he plants a seed into each area of our life, of our thoughts, and works on increasing every single small area. Let's look at one here. One could be him bringing another spouse, another him providing for you in every area, another him leaving, him never letting you down, him never leaving you, bringing you surprises when you least expect it, completely changing your perspective on things to show you how you belong to someone. Every single small color bar in that visualizer can be a small area in your life, and the mustard seed he plants, he actively works with you in order to eventually grow these into massive trees that everyone can see. Imagine how you would look to someone if your entire color bar was maxed out. Imagine how you would carry yourself knowing that your Father has your back no matter what comes your way, versus how you would carry yourself if you felt like the entire world was out to get you and that you had nothing to live for. The next video is on the sower and shows the different spiritual maturity levels that could affect our growth or lack of growth. I hope you enjoyed this teaching and it blessed you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel and consider joining the fold on Patreon to help improve the quality and production of this project. Till next time. Thank you for taking the time and watching this video. I want to encourage you to like and subscribe to this channel to help boost the ratings and prayerfully consider supporting this channel. I personally believe that God is rising up the smaller ministries to do a big job in His kingdom. And this is not possible without support from His children, us. If you would, go to my Patreon, www.patreon.com/thegothicmystic. There you'll find a variety of tiers and my website. Again, thank you for your time.